Boom! What's happening? All right, happy Thursday. Just me and you tonight, mate.
Just me. It's like the good old days. It's like Venom. Remember the very first comic that we reviewed back in the day? What
What
was
was
it?
that?
It was
Was it
the
King in Black?
Thing in Black. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember getting that message saying, "Perpetual Comics, would you like to come on the show and review King in Black?" And then what was it? 3 years later? Oh my goodness, 2 years, 2.5.
Oh, yeah, 3 years later, we're still here. Last week I thought the world had crashed in when we reviewed this shocking. What was it the other week when it was Venom? Venom Wars. Was it Venom Wars?
Listen. This week wasn't much better to be honest. Charlie, I must say, the only thing you're missing is a skateboard right now.
Skater Boy, Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, honestly, brilliant. But how's your week been, Charlie,
Yeah,
Chaz?
it's all right. I find myself at a bit of a loose end because obviously I'm in between jobs. I'm starting my new job on the 3rd of September, so I'm kind of in between, like, just moping around, helping Miss Geeky with the kids. They're on half term and stuff. So looking forward to it, going camping tomorrow. So that should be good. Good.
Nice.
Can't
Very
wait for
good,
that.
very
So
good.
that's going to be interesting. But
Enjoy.
yeah, just reading loads of comics, getting content out. If you haven't seen them already, head over and see some reviews. They're just literally 5 little minute reviews just to keep you on your toes. But
Nice.
yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good.
Very good, very good. Well, enjoy your camping, enjoy your skating, and it's just the two of us. So
It
one's
is.
gallivanting in a boat somewhere in the
Yeah.
Pacific, and I think Tom is working tonight. So
Yes. Yeah, he's bench pressing buses and towing tow trucks and whatever he's doing. But the chat is here. It's me and you, and the chat's still there. So we've got Batdan, Up Ducks. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining. We've got Fuzzy Dunlop. He's talking in Croydon twang. It says Wagwan Rude Boys and Bumper Clubs. There we go. We've got Dead Man comic cover show. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much. Who else have you got in? We've got someone called Perpetual Comics. Good evening there, sir. Thank you very much. Wayne Deacon. Welcome, happy Thursday. And Fuzzy has said, gotta say, it really bugs me that Oracle is spelt wrong on the intro. Sort it out, bro. That would be that'd be Tom. Unfortunately, Tom is dyslexic, so obviously with his dysdexia, he can't sort it out. But he'll do it. He'll get it sorted. So don't worry, because it does annoy me as well. We'll sort that. Don't worry, Fuzzy.
how is it spelled? I haven't even noticed it.
Aricle, so it's Oracle.
Listen, I am the Oracle. Okay, the
Yes, there we
Oracle
go.
Johnson.
There we go. Trying to edit Tom's intro spelling mistakes while he's MIA. I think we can. The only thing is he set it up because he's the only one that can bloody do it. So
Do you notice that though, Charlie? They all moan him. They all pick this up when he's not here. They wouldn't say it when he's on, would they? You see,
yeah, exactly.
Chat.
What we got? Lobster Boy Peter still able. Yes, he is. Yes, he's Yeah, I think it was Fuzzy. Was it Fuzzy on Instagram the other day that highlighted Peter's cap, saying this night cat is having the best tour of its life? There was like 4 or 5 pictures. I thought that was pretty funny. And there we are, Fuzzy. You are right. We are on a shocking run of book choices. It's not us choosing the books. We're kind of choosing. We're kind of choosing them, but it's up to the voters. So it's you lot that are putting us on the recent shocking comics. It is indeed. So, but without that said, we've got shocking comics. We've got indie picks this week. But as always, it's down to me and you to get the show going. And the only way we can do that is with. I'm just a skater boy. See you later, boy. There we go. Avril Lavigne there.
I hope your cover's better than your singing, my friend.
Well, it could be debatable. This is Killer Covers for August 21st, which was New Comic Book Day. Yesterday, first we have. Oh, it's me. I've gone for Wolverine Revenge, issue number 1, the KRS Comics Sad Lemon Comics Ivan Teo variant. I bloody love this. I think it's great. I've I got really offended, like really offended by the social media post saying that we was picking female covers all the time and we wasn't allowed to like what we like. So I've gone for this because I like this. This is a man that's made of adamantium. He's got really spiky claws coming out of his fingers and he looks fucking brutal. So this is why I've gone for it, and I'm getting my revenge on all the social media muppets that said we're not allowed to like women comic covers. So there we go. That's it. That was my Red Band killer cover intro. So yeah.
I mean, he hasn't misled Day. Definitely hasn't
No,
misled
he
Day.
hasn't.
Do you know? It's. I'm not going to say it's a bad cover. I'm not going to say it's a great cover, but it's not a cover. If I saw up on the LCS, that would sort of make me double take and go, "Oh, I might get that." Probably wouldn't see my LCS because this is a KRS comic as well. So, but yeah, Ivan Teal. I'm not used to seeing Ivan Teal doing covers that don't have females on it because I find his female face looks the same. It's exactly the same. So it's a nice change to get like a masked villain, as it were.
There was a I ummed and ahed between this and the puppeteer variant, which is the puppeteer variant is quite good, but this for me, I think it's probably because I'm just waiting for my Bono Studios 6 scale figure of Wolverine to arrive. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I
And
like this.
you're also a bit of a Wolverine cosplayer,
Yes,
aren't you?
yes, I am. Yes, in my heyday, as it were.
Good old days.
And we're the same height as well, so it just fitted perfectly. But yeah, this is my cover. I've gone for this Wolverine Revenge. This is the Red Band version. Up next, we've got.
So I completely missed the memo of not picking female covers. I I love Wonder Woman. I think Julian Tedesco is a fantastic artist, and I think he's really nailed this cover. This is a cover that would make me double take, and it's a cover that I've picked up. So why wouldn't I pick it as my cover pick?
I do like this.
Go on. You
I
do
do
like it?
like.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen it before.
You know, I find that a lot of with Wonder Woman covers because it's like there's not a huge amount artists can do to differentiate it. It's just like, it's Wonder Woman, that's it. But
Yeah.
this has just got something about it. This feels kind of a like Brian Boland sort of esque to me. Which
Well,
is
funny that you're saying that. Fuzzy has said about my comment, he said, how big are them claws not having it? Sorry, Charles. And he says it feels a bit jangish. 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 Oh, this is going to be the thing. What was it last week? We couldn't say.
Oh, jeez. I've deleted that from my memory as quickly as possible, that word.
Feels a little bit Jiangish to me. There we go. Batdana said he agrees with Fuzzy. And Fuzzy has said, of your comic cover, this would be better without the IG filter over it.
It's true.
And it is.
It's kind of like a faded sort of
Mm.
look to it, isn't it?
And it is Middleton-esque.
Again, not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Joshua
No,
Middleton
not at
is
all.
one of my faves.
I do like this. Have you been reading this comic? I like because there was massive hype around it. I think DVH said it was really good, so I jumped onto it. I enjoyed it until I got to about issue number 8 or 9, and I was like, it's just the same Wonder Woman.
I'll be completely safe space. I know this is a safe space with us in the chat, and the 7 people that watch us. I wouldn't write off reading comics apart from what I have to read for the Killer Comic Show. And I go through a lot of spells and that, and it really depends how busy I am at work and things like that. Because if I read a comic, a couple of hours after work, your brain's not switched off work yet. So yeah, I'm hoping at some point I'll get back into the groove of reading comics because it's what I enjoy.
Yes, definitely. Up next, we have Tom's G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, 309, 616 Comics, the Tiago de Silva Zoom In Virgin variant. I don't know why it's called a Zoom In Virgin variant.
That was my first question. What have we to zoom in on?
Yeah.
Chat. What do
Yeah.
you think?
If anyone in the chat knows what's going on, I don't like.
Is it your sword?
Yeah, I don't get it because then what's the zoomed out version? Is it like a wraparound? I thought a zoomed in version would have been like right on his face, like a proper picture. So I'm a bit. Yeah, I don't think this is anything special. If I'm honest, sorry, Tom, but I don't get it. So,
I can see why Tom's picked it though, because it feels very sort of J. Scott Campbellish. Tessa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm getting those vibes from it. But Thiago da Silva, I must admit, I'll openly admit, I've not heard
No.
of him before, so I must go check out his other work.
Mm. Yeah. Fuzzy said a little bit too much. Look at my crotch for me. Yeah, it's a bit black noir from the boys esque.
To be fair, I can't stop looking at his gun, so I don't know if
It's
there's a
huge,
connection.
isn't it? Really, really is huge. But yes,
It's
Tom, I
massive.
can see why you've picked it, but then I don't understand why it's a zoom in variant. So if it wins, yeah, I don't. I'm not quite sure what this means. It's a very Tom cover. Don't.
As I say, I think it's the J. Scott Campbell kind of that
Yeah,
pose type thing that's going
yeah,
on there. I can
yeah.
definitely tell it's a Tom cover.
Yes, yes. There we go. And up last but not least, we have. This was Peter's. This was George Fournier's 1 in 25 variant cover. This is very nice. This for me is very Game of Thrones, Jon Snow, the White
Exactly what I was
Walkers.
thinking.
I think that's what they've kind of gone for, isn't it? The White Walkers, winter is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really like this.
It's
Nice.
something. It's definitely something different. It's a lot more like moody than the
Hmm.
Wonder Woman cover that I picked. To
Yeah,
be fair,
yeah.
um, but it's a 1 in 25 again. Are you going to pay to pick this up? I just don't know.
I'm going to say it, but I think if the gold was foil, that might warrant slightly a 1 in 25. But
Mm,
I think we had a good conversation on a couple of weeks show about a 1 in 25. I think they're just throwing numbers in front of it now. I honestly really do think they're just throwing. Oh yeah, that looks like, yeah, that'd be 1 in 25.
yeah.
Because what makes that a 1 in 25 cover? I don't like. What's the difference between that cover and your cover? Like, what makes? Do you know what I mean?
No, it's a good question. I guess it's the amount of covers that George Fornes does.
Hmm.
Again, it's not an artist I'm familiar with, but Bat Dan makes a really good point there. And the more I look at it, the more I can see where he's coming from because it does have that sort of
Hmm.
jock esque
Yeah, it does.
vibe about it. You can imagine that, like, if it wasn't so detailed, like just getting the sort of black marker out.
Yeah,
And do you remember
yeah. The
it
Batman.
was the Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman cover
Yes,
that he
yeah.
did?
Hmm.
It's got that sort of vibe when you look at the
Yeah,
characters at the bottom.
yeah.
So good spot, Batman.
And the outline of Wonder Woman is very Batman-esque, very the shape of Batman. So you can
Yeah,
kind of definitely see what was the book that wrote and did the artwork for.
the Gone,
Yeah, no, the Batman one.
One Dark Knight.
Yeah, One Dark Knight. So there's he did the. Do you remember he showed us the artwork of Batman standing like that, and
Yeah,
it was just off. That's very much like that. Very much like
yeah.
that. So Batman Dixon, that is a great spot. Great spot. Fuzzy. I think this is the best, but it doesn't blow me away. A bit of a tough week for me finding anything that blew me away. I've got to agree with you. I do have to agree with you. So our four up on the votes, but we do also have the community ones. So we have Chris
Oh,
Bell's. Chris Bell has gone from the epitaph from the abyss. This cover, I like this. This kind of brings back ha ha vibes, ice cream man vibes. I'm looking
who's the
forward to
artist
it.
on this? Do you
I
know?
literally don't know. Let's have a quick look. So, League of Comic Book Geeks. My laptop's really slow, Andy, so it might be better if you was to run to your LCS and just find out off the shelf. um,
At
who
least
is
at
the
least a
artist?
slow walk to the LCS. I haven't ran
Exactly.
ever.
At least, yeah, no, it will be. Even you doing it
Liebermejo.
slow walk.
Liebermejo. There we go.
Oh, it is Lever Mayhew. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you reckon? I thought I recognised that because in the bottom right hand corner is like the Demon Child. He's done one of them. I think he done like a gargoyle for Batman,
yeah,
and he done one of
yeah.
them. And then yeah, so that's Chris's pick, and then we have Fuzzy's Spider-Man pick as well. I think this is pretty great. This was a pretty decent cover.
I like the fact that the guys have picked some covers and sent them through
Hmm.
to us, and I hope that more people like do this more often because you can just tell how different the cover
Everyone's
choices
tasted.
are
Yeah,
compared to ours. Like I guess I would like to put out something where the chat pick what cover they think we're going to pick because I
yeah,
guarantee it'd be so easy. But I would have
hmm
never picked these as those
yeah.
guys cover picks.
Well, do you know what? Right, for what we'll do for next week's show, we'll put a post up on social media. We'll put a post up on Instagram, and we want people to pick. I don't know how we can do it. How can we do that? Where we get What I mean, maybe we could. Yeah, I'm just trying to think how we could do
We'll
that.
have a we'll have a think about it because I'd be interested to see what
Yeah,
what
definitely.
people pick for each of
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then we can
yeah,
show them what our picks are, sort of
yeah.
things.
Yeah, but these are good though. Yeah, this is Fuzzies is Ichikuri. This I read this today. I'm honestly really liking this. This again for me is one of the strongest Spider-Man comics I've ever read. So yeah, it was very very good. But I like this. Yeah, keep sending them in. Send them on the DMs, and it's good to
Yeah,
see that you
definitely.
guys choose and stuff like
What I
that.
particularly like about Fuzzies is if you take your eyes away from obviously the main photograph
Hmm.
picture and you look at behind it and you see the buildings, it
Yeah,
then gives you the sort of it takes you can imagine Spider-Man sitting at the edge of a building just
yeah,
looking at it. So you sort
yeah,
of fill
yeah,
in
yeah,
the blanks yourself.
yeah, yeah. And you know what I like on this is a play on things because obviously it's not him taking the pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So these are, and you know, every single one, he's not taking any of them. You've got Mary Jane taking the bottom one, you've got his son taking the middle one, and then you've
Yeah.
got
It's a
it
selfie.
must be selfie on there. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that they flipped it on his head. Then they've kind of done that, which was good. So yeah, and it says no spaces to vote for the chat colours. No, there isn't on YouTube. There isn't. It's ridiculous. But as I mentioned, maybe we do something where we kind of sort this open and we kind of get it done. And it's an open order too, which is good. So yeah,
Cool.
interesting. But yeah, nice covers, guys. Nice covers. So obviously we are here to review some comics, but up first we got my eyes. Oh Jesus, Louise.
So do you remember we picked one of these covers before? I think it was Tom that picked it, and
Yeah,
we'd said, "Oh, I wonder if this is," or something. It might have been Fuzzy that mentioned that it's going to be, a connecting cover, and I thought, "Oh, do you know
yes,
that might look quite good."
yeah.
I saw this cover, and I was straight away. I was like, "No, this. I mean, what's going on with the guy in the bottom right hand side?
Hmm.
And then the thing at the top right hand side, which I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but I don't know what character that is. Is
Hmm.
that Man Thing? Is it Swamp Thing? Is it Statue of Liberty? I don't know what it is. Um, I think
It
this
just
is
looks
rough.
horrendous.
Yeah,
I
and it's a
just, I
one in
just
ten
think.
as well. 1 in 10.
I swear it was JJ Lendl that had another. I think it was him that done the first one. The first one.
Yeah,
So this was
I think
that
he's
was
doing
one
them
in
all.
10.
Like, to be fair, I think if you were going to do something like this, there's only one person that could do something like this
Yeah,
consistently.
yeah.
So yeah,
The
I think
geezer
he
in
does
the
them all.
yeah the geezer in the bottom right looks like something out of Bridgerton.
True.
Yeah, look, it's bottom right is Tremaine. There we go, Tremaine. They've had a few covers of these lately. Kanto had one not too
Dead
long
Man,
ago.
that still doesn't mean anything to me. I have no idea who that character is. I've known nothing about Star Trek, unfortunately.
Bottom right middle is Apollo. Yeah, yeah, he's pointing
Dead
to the
Man is a
artist.
Star Trek fan.
He's pointing to the artist, going, "What the fuck have you done? What have you done? Why
Yeah,
have you done this?"
the better covers over there.
Yeah, and then Fuzzy, the fellow in the middle works in my butcher's. I'm positive. He probably does.
I'm sure he was my history teacher at school. To be fair.
So that's that absolute shit. And Tom's gone for this
Oh,
Blood Squad
oh,
7. Right, this is a 1 in 10 Dustin and Graham. Um, this is this the dwarf issue? I don't like this. Just doesn't. What is this? You know, like when you take a picture and you put it on your laptop and you stretch it and you shrink it down and it's not in
hmm.
proportion. That's what that looks like.
And even the way that the characters are sort of drawn, it looks as if you can imagine them like what walking like that. What's I just don't understand it. I don't get it. And it's not giving me happy vibes. I mean, Dustin Yen done the vampire comic. Remember,
Yes,
like
little monsters.
Little Mons. I mean, oh no, I'm sorry. And a 1 in 10 as well.
It just makes you think. It's like, well, hold on, right? So you're doing this, and then you go from doing little monsters to doing that, and you're kind of like and I'm being genuinely serious now. Is this a dwarf issue? Is it because they look like dwarves?
Who knows?
I don't. Blood Squad 7. No. This can't be the same Dustin. I think it is. Batman. I think it is. 1 in 10 shit. Here we go. Look at this. 1 in 10 shit. It's absolutely shocking. Yeah, this can't be right. This can't be right. Absolutely hideous. So we go from that and we go to this. Werewolf by Night, the Jeremy Wilson Disco Dazzler variant. This for me is a hot heap of shit. This just doesn't. This this just doesn't make any sense to me. It's absolutely shocking. The Thor one wasn't too bad. Like I could understand that he was on the Rainbow Bridge. He was looking fine. Werewolf, what's he doing? Like as if this is going to be in the middle of the woods. Like it's ridiculous. I think it's absolute shit.
I think it's so out there and so wacky that I think I
Ah,
might like
don't
it,
say
Charlie.
like really.
I'm sorry, like, that is a lot to take in. Like, it's just fabulous, I think is the word I'm looking for. This is
I,
fabulous.
th- I thought better of you, mate.
I'm
I
sorry, mate.
really, really did think better of you. I think this is shit. I'm disappointed with you,
Like,
mate.
if someone was to say, "I want to do a Disco Dazzler Werewolf by Night cover," this is what I would imagine, so well done, Jeremy.
Yeah, what do you think in the chat? The where it says, oh, I find it. Why? No way. No, no way.
See,
He's
I told
dancing.
you.
He's dancing away from the disco ball. Mince, move on. There we go. Fuzzy's on me. There we go. I find it weirdly funky. You lot are fucking morons. This is absolutely better than Tom's cover of the week. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I thought Bat Dam was gonna say, "Oh, it gives me jock vibes." I was gonna
Oh
go,
my
"No,
god.
stop it."
Fucking, it looks like he's got itchy. Looks like he's got a fucking itchy cock vibe going on there with that chorus. Look.
Fudgy says you're more Oracle than Oracle, Andy.
Oh, but yeah, these are actually, and
Awesome.
also if you guys want to get involved in these as well, we'd love to see what your picks are because I think these are shit. These are hideous. We haven't had a Peach Momoko one in a while, so yeah, she's due a comeback. So, but if anyone, yeah, drop us a DM. Like, let's just have a laugh, shits and giggles. Put it on here. Good covers, bad covers.
I,
Who
I might I
cares?
might get I might wait till these go quite cheap and hand them out at Thought Bubble.
What? It's toilet paper.
That's shocking. Jeremy Wilson, cover your ears. Don't listen to Charles.
No,
Fuck
yeah,
him.
don't listen to me, mate. Don't listen to me. Right, so we are here talking about Werewolf by Night, the
Oh,
Killer
do we
Comic
have
Show.
to?
Week 34, which was last week, and the two comics that were chosen by our adoring public and people in the chat was Werewolf by Night, issue number 1, which is Marvel Red Band, and we had Defenders of the Earth by Mad Cave Comics, issue number 1. I was looking forward, before we go on to this one, I was looking forward to Defenders of the Earth, as were you, as was Peter, as was Tom. We will get on to that. I was looking forward to this, as were you, because it was your pick. Was it your pick? It was your pick. As was
Yeah, it was
Tom,
my pick. Yeah.
as was Peter. 4 covers. Main cover by Eric and Gist, the Razaz variant cover, the Sean Galloway variant cover, and the Sergio Fernandez La Villa variant cover. Written by Jason Liu. Art is by Sergio Fernandez La Villa. This is available now. I'm going to start it off by saying we don't need this. Werewolf by Night, the TV show on Netflix, was okay. This comic came out in 2023. Issue number 1 came out in 2023. Why do we need to regurgitate it and bring it out again, featuring Elsa Bloodstone? I don't know why we need to do it. Marvel comic for the 4th week in a row. I'm getting really pissed off with Marvel shitty comics now. Where bring back some more Spider-Man, bring back some more Avengers. Like this is just shit. And again, it just ties into the Blood Hunt, which had about 722 follow-ons that you needed to tie in and stuff. I just
So
didn't.
I'm going to start with the positives.
Is there any? Let me know where you found them.
EMG's cover is superb. I love it. Razaz's cover is amazing. I love
Hmm.
it. And that probably, like, don't judge a cover by its book, or don't judge a book by its cover, I should say. That's probably why I picked this. And it was something a little bit different.
Hmm.
And I don't learn. Like, this is the second week in a row where we've put ourselves through reading
Uh-huh.
these books. And if it was up to me, probably after the fifth or sixth, no, even the fifth, maybe even the third or fourth page, I'd have just
Yeah.
went, nah, this isn't for me. I'm not going to
Hmm.
enjoy this.
Yeah.
Um, I honestly don't know what to say. It was just incredibly poor. I didn't get the concept of the red band. Can anybody tell me what's the significance of it being a red band cover?
I think it's just the violence in it, like the
Or
page.
is it just like, for example, that left-hand page? Okay.
Yeah.
So even like some of the panels where it got to its most gruesome, um,
Hmm.
weren't that great. And I didn't know if I was coming or going with this book because it kept jumping
Yeah.
scenes
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
kept going back. And what I assumed, and what really see whenever you get like, oh, such and such happened in a book with the little star, and then you
Yeah.
see the book that it was from. There was about 6 of them in this book.
Mm.
So
On the
so
same page.
basically, yeah, it's like if you've not read these 6 books, then you've absolutely no chance of having any backstory as
Yeah.
to where all this has came from.
Yeah.
Um, it was just a really convoluted story that kind of didn't make any sense. It was like one of those pointless things where at
Hmm.
the end of the book you were sort of going like, well, what was the point of that? Where does this lead up to? And
Yeah.
for me, it just didn't lead up to anything. It was
Do you know?
nonsense.
Do you know what I've got to say? Like this, even like Fuzzy said, I've read 3 or 4 Werewolf by Night comics since the MCU film was released. I haven't liked a single one. They're all the same bollocks. Even the recent Blood Hunt one was crap. Never mind. They are. They're honestly, and I did the same as you. I read about 3 or 4 of them and just thought it's just regurgitating the same shit over and over again. You know, I don't know how many. If you're a Marvel fan and you're a follower through and through, how many times are you going to go, oh, I'm going to pick up this comic. I'm going to pick up this one. I'm going to read this one. The same over and over again. It's
Yeah.
just, and the fucking stupid thing is the guy's name's Jack Russell. Like, come on, man. Like,
I
be like,
I I nearly internally vomited when I put 2 and 2 together, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this comic is literally biting at my ankles because it's that bad."
like Jack
How
Russell.
how
Fucking,
how many new cat? Oh god, man, we're just old farts, man, sitting moaning about comics over the last 2 weeks. It's really doing
no,
my
but
head in.
I
I
don't
I
think
want
we're not,
something good.
I don't think we are. I think we've chosen these comics and they're meant to be good. They're just shit. And I think we do our best. And I think it is like as James has said, stick to indie. Indie just push the boundaries. They're more informative. The narrative's better. The artistic talent sometimes tends to be better. Like the art isn't in this. It was just I didn't enjoy it at all. It just could you imagine this comic being written by I don't know someone well known, and then the art being done by Alex Cormack. It totally changes the perspective of this artwork. If Alex Cormack was on this and it was Image Comics and it was Red Band and it was done by Alex Cormack, I mean the
I
graphics and it would be amazing.
I I don't know. It wasn't really the artwork that let this book down. It was the storytelling or lack of it because it jumped back and forward so much. And obviously the artwork's meant to complement that story,
Hmm.
but I think because the story jumped back and forward, the art was kind of a messy and all over the
Hmm.
place, and it
Yeah,
didn't know where to go. The thing is, and the question I'll put out to the chat is like, I prefer indies, like that's my
yeah.
go-to. But are we more forgiving with an indie? So if an indie book is bad, are we more forgiving than when Marvel and DC
Hmm.
do it?
Yeah.
That's the question I'll put to you.
No, that's a good. That is a good one. That is a good one. James has said House of Secrets Beetlejuice stuff was fire. I'm halfway through that. I'm enjoying that. I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice coming back. Fuzzy has said the Red Band craze is a scam. I fell for it on Blood Hunt. Never again. Just an excuse to charge an extra quid. I think it is.
Wait, they charge
Um,
they charge more for the red band
yeah,
covers?
yeah. Yeah. So say it's £4.99 and it goes up to like £5.99, 6 quid, 6.50.
Oh my god!
It's
Wow.
PG. We've got Elsa Bloodstone. Nobody cares. Piss off, love. There we go. Oh no, her name's Red. He calls her Red. It's stupid. Evening, James. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining. Fuzzy again has said, I don't think enough people care for the character, readers or writers. If nobody cares, what's the point? I think that's it. I think
True, mate.
know your target audience, go for it, and just crack on for it. As far as horror goes, there is so much better stuff out there. There really is. And
Is
again,
it is he more of a supporting character? Like if you've
yeah.
got somebody like Blade in a horror comic, like a
Mhm,
little supporting cameo by the werewolf would be pretty cool and fun.
mhm.
But as the main character, yeah.
I think James is right. My take on it, Marvel don't need to try anymore. DC either. Just stick to what you know. But then saying that, you look at Chip Zdarsky on the Batman run. I switched off at Batman 157, and I haven't gone back. I haven't touched it since. I haven't enjoyed Batman, and I used to read it every single week it was coming out. Every single week it was coming out. It's still on my pull list. Like James is still picking them
Mm.
up for me. I just can't read it. I can't bring myself to read it because I read 2 or 3 bad issues from Chip Zdarsky and was like, this is shit.
I think I just prefer anything that's got a condensed story. So if it's maybe 6 issues at the most, and we've had a few instances where we've set ourselves up to read 6 issues of a
Hmm.
comic, and then they
Hmm.
suddenly go, "Oh wait, there's a seventh, there's an eighth, there's the ninth," and you just would rather a nice condensed
Yeah,
type story that you can enjoy.
that's it.
And I just wait. I haven't read one in quite a while.
Yeah. And I think what James has said about Marvel and DC, once sales plummet, stories will get better. Yeah. But the stories plummeting will take a while because people just keep buying the shit. But anyway, this was the cover like the
Tell them what you really think, Charlie. Tell them what you really think.
I loved it. I really, really, really did enjoy it. Absolutely loved
I
it.
can imagine Red Hood being one of those kind of a cheeky chappy characters because
Hmm.
he had that vibe in this comic where I think I would rather had a full story of Red Hood
Is it Red
than
Hood or is it the Hood?
or the Hood, Red Hood, the Hood, sorry,
Yeah.
which is red constantly. Um, so I think I would have rather read about the Hood for a full comic than
Hmm.
just the little sort of cameo appearance
Yeah.
that he made. So
Yeah. Yeah. Fuzzy. Dan is the same as me. Charlie, I've read Batman since 1987 and he gave up a few months ago. Do you see what I mean?
wow,
Like,
is
it's
it really
ridiculous.
that bad? Is it
Honestly,
that
it's
bad? Yeah.
just, it's just ridiculous. And so many times with the big two that the story ends up all over the place. It does. It really, really does. And I think for me, the best tie-in story that I've read in recent years was King in Black. But then the main title ended shit, which made all the rest of it just seem totally irrelevant. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. The best Marvel comics for me that I've read is the Avengers one and the Ultimate Spider-Man in recent
Yeah.
years because there's nothing really else that's
Twilight
going
is
on.
probably the best Marvel that
Avengers
we've read this
Twilight
year, I
is
reckon.
is awesome. Yeah. So we go from this shit and we move on to this Defenders of the Earth issue #1, written by Dan Didio and art by Jim Calafiore. Main cover Andy Clark, Jesus DeJorde, Djokovic variant, and we've got the 1 in 10 Andy Clark variant. Mad Cave Comics, you were absolutely killing it until you led us down the garden path with this false pile of shit. Didn't like it, really didn't understand it. I think it was Fuzzy that said it wasn't as good as the Flash comic that came before it. I didn't read that, so maybe I'll go back and read that. I just didn't. I thought the story dragged on. I don't think the art complemented the story at all. I thought it was just rubbish. I thought the story wasn't great. Didn't really care for the characters. Found myself flicking through the pages, just thinking, how many pages has this comic got? Oh, it's 32 pages. Okay, let me read it. Oh, I'm only on page 18. Oh, I'm only on page 24. Oh my God, when is this going to end? I just didn't like it.
It's so funny, Charlie, you say that because whenever I started reading this again, like you get 3 or 4 pages
Mhm.
and you get a vibe for a book, and it's always a bad sign whenever I go on my iPad and I go to see how many pages is
Mhm.
in total. Because see if this was a 50, 60 pager, I don't know if I could have done it, to be honest with you.
Mhm. So
Um,
Fuzzy has said he bought the action figure variant. It looks fantastic in hand. The story and art though are abysmal. I think it is, and again, I think it's just what we do. We'll go back to our childhood, and we'll target this audience that are the more mature reader, the older reader, the old fuckers. Let's be honest, with the old fuckers. We'll target them, the Defenders of the Earth that used to watch it on the TV show Saturday mornings. We'll go for that. We'll target them like we did with Thundercats, like we have done with Transformers. Thundercats is a hot pile of mess, absolute hot pile of mess. This is a hot pile of mess. For me, the only one that I'm liking at the moment from this like kind of genre, 90s, late 80s, is Biker Mice from Mars. Biker Mice from Mars has been really, really enjoyable. But this for me, I don't know what you felt, mate, but I really did enjoy it.
so I was really looking forward to this, and I think with Fuzzy buying the action figure variant is, I think the action figure variants together will be a really
Hmm.
cool set. As a Defenders of the Earth fan, I was a big fan of the cartoon, still am, and the Phantom is one of my favourite characters. So I
Hmm.
was really invested in this. I was really looking forward to it. But as you say, the first issue just doesn't live up to that potential that the cartoon has. Um, the story sort of, as you can see here on the pages, it sort of started with like a prologue, sort of depicting the events of the last days of Earth with Mongo, and then suddenly you get Flash coming out, who is decapitated and beaten Ming the Merciless, which was pretty cool. And I thought up to that point, I thought this is going to be quite good. This is something a little bit different. But after the promises start, it really just went downhill from there. There was really so much going on in that second page is from the other comic.
Yeah. That's how disinterested I was in this comic.
There was just so much going on with this comic that it was really just hard to keep up. And I think they assumed that everybody who was going to pick this up had the whole backstory of the 80s cartoon. The art, my God, the art really lacked detail. It was really unrefined. And especially with like the way the color work was done on this, I thought everything looked really flat color wise. So even the lack of decent storytelling, you couldn't even rely on the art to get you through it, even as a Defenders of the Earth fan. So yeah, this just really you had to rely on your knowledge of the cartoon, and I think any new readers coming into this who didn't know about that would just be instantly turned off.
And I think what everyone's saying is that, like Fuzzy said, there's one panel where they mentioned 5 or 6. Yeah, I was going to talk about this 5 or 6 names that nobody knows who they are. I was reading it, and as I'm reading it, I'm googling to find out who they are. I was like, who are these? Like, and as you said, jumping on as a new, like obviously I watched the TV series and stuff, but then jumping on as a comic, I'm reading it thinking, I don't remember these names from the TV series. Is this something I've missed? Is there something that was in the previous one? Is it something that appeared in Flash? And there we go. They didn't introduce any characters just at this point. The Flash Gordon book was 10 times better than this. It just didn't. I just thought it was a really shit week for 2 comics that got chosen.
Nostalgia didn't even save this book. And that says a lot.
Not at all.
I've said it more than once that nostalgia is a big seller. And for me, it didn't even help this book, to be honest with you. So yeah, these 2 were not the best books. But I'm interested, like what did I miss then? What other books came out last week that were worth the read?
Dan Didio screwed up Superman the last years he was at DC. That's quite telling.
I switched off when Deadman said Superman. I was just like, I don't know what that is.
But if there's any comics, because I read these 2 this week amongst the others that I'm reading, and I did enjoy this. So if there's any comics that you think we've missed, drop them in the chat, because I'd like to sit down when I'm camping this weekend. I'd like to sit down and read a good comic.
I just remember, Charlie, the only page that was half decent in this book was the page that showed all the action figures that are coming out from Mondo, I think it is.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that? Yeah, that was like that was the last page, wasn't it?
And I think I sat and looked at that page more than I did the 36 other pages. Definitely some cool action figures, if you remember the cartoons.
Fuzzy has said, it amazes me Mad Cave put out 2 books like this and Flash Gordon so close together when one is so bad. Odd decision. Yeah, it's like
Are they not all connected though? Are they all meant to be connected? Or am I completely off there?
It's like giving you something good and going, no, it's shit, I'll take it back with that end. There we go.
You can't have that.
You can't. And the epitaphs, Jamie said epitaphs are good apparently. Yeah, that does look good. But let's move on to something more positive. We're done with the Marvel shit, we're done with Mad Cave Comics. You know, we had a mad week this week. Absolutely shocked. Dead Man has said, Andy, it wasn't only Superman.
That's okay.
And no, they're not connected. They're not connected at all. So we are now on to the killer indie picks. This is where shit gets good, hopefully. Up first, Andy. Fucking yes, mate. You've started off on a banger.
I tell you what, this bloody better be good. This is Universal Monsters Frankenstein issue #1, written and artwork by Michael Walsh, who done the Silver Coin. I am very, very much looking forward. It is Michael Walsh doing art and writing, isn't it? Fuzzy, confirm that for me, I'm almost sure it is. But either way, big fan of Frankenstein and big fan of Universal Monsters, and I think if this is done right, this could be a real hit for this year. I picked up, I believe.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, go on. I was gonna say this is. I'm looking forward to this one. Amazing.
There's a blank cover coming out for this, which I'm going to pick up a
Hmm.
few copies because I think they'll be primed for getting some artwork done at Thought
Yeah,
Bubble.
lovely. So it's like fuzzy CZ slides before we put them together. This
I sent that
is
to Fuzzy. I sent that to Fuzzy
amazing.
yesterday.
There we
Yeah.
go. I messaged Andy as soon as I got the email from Scotty Young today. I was like, Andy, you getting this? He was like, yes. Scotty, it is gorgeous. This is fucking wicked. I can't start to get this. This is going
Is
to be
this the
wicked.
best Scotty Young cover? I'm going to put it out there and say that it's definitely in his top 3.
I definitely think so. Like that sketch on the right hand side is just awesome. It's wicked, isn't it? Like I think for me that is just. I
Scotty
just
Young
think
just
it's
needs to do a line of Universal Monster depictions
yes, yeah,
because I think
yeah,
it's just absolutely perfect.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's on sale Monday at 10 a.m. CST. So
What's that? 3? Is it 2 o'clock? Is it 2 o'clock? I think it's 2 o'clock.
2 in the afternoon or 2.
Yeah, 2 in the afternoon. Yeah,
Okay, cool, cool,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I think that's the best Scotty Young cover I've ever seen. There we go. Yeah, I just think it's
So if
awesome.
I'll try to. I think you can get like 5 copies or something like that. I think that's the most you
Hmm.
can get. So I'm going to try and see if I can get some copies of this. It's
Yes, please.
$175 for the CGC signature.
Oh wow. Okay.
Um, but yeah, that's a wee bit too tasty for me. So I might just go for the single issue.
Yeah, if you can see if you can get me one of them, mate, I'd be very much appreciative.
Yeah, you get them off my eBay. As soon as I get them, just I'll put them on my eBay.
Aye. That's fine, mate. That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. Not a problem at all. I just asked what people are reading. James Cosplay. This is one for you, Andy. Just like reading Scout. Great comic. Great,
James, you're
awesome,
be still my beating heart, James.
awesome.
My favorite story of all stories is Scalped.
Scout.
It's the best 60 issues you'll read.
Mm-hmm. Fuzzy has just said it's Monday at 4 o'clock. 4 p.m.
Charlie, you're useless.
I'm so
God damn
sorry.
it.
Do you know what? I used to remember them when I used to do the, you do the covers of the week. Like when I did them, when I
Oh
used to
yeah,
go
yeah.
for every single
EST,
publisher.
PST.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
PST. Yeah. Jesus Christ. James has also said the Francesco Francavilla cover is great too. Yes, it is. It is very, very good. But this is going to be awesome. I think this is going to fly off the shelf. So make sure you don't miss the deadline, like I did when I wanted to get the Transformer cover, and yeah, I didn't end up getting.
I have a sneaky CGC 9.8 coming back tomorrow. Of that cover.
Oh, I wasn't going to say. That's why I kind of alluded to the fact that I didn't say it. But yeah, you said it now, so okay, fair enough. That's fine.
Oh yeah. If anybody, sorry, if anybody got the Turtles Scotty Young cover, which is sold out at the moment, if anybody managed to get a spare copy and feels like selling it to me,
Hmm.
I'd love that. That's the one that I'm annoyed that I missed it on. Did you see that
Yeah,
cover?
yeah, that's awesome. That was
Love
awesome.
it. Yeah.
That was wicked. That one. I'm trying to get my hands on the our friend Dampen Oceans turtle cover.
Oh yes, yeah. It's
It's
sort of the
insane. So,
Japanese writing on it and
yeah,
stuff.
I messaged him the other. When was it? The other day? Was it the? I think it was last week. I messaged him and he was going to get back to me because he was getting
Cool.
some comps.
Well, I tell you
Um,
what, if you get me one of those
yeah,
signed, I will trade you, and I'll get the Scott Young for you.
deal. All right. Yeah, fine. Let's sort it out. See, look at that. Deals on wheels. Deal boy. Let me just flash my coat of the watches. There we go. What you want? What you want?
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi. So there's this one. So then Tom has gone for Rook Exodus issue number 5. This is continuously great. I think the artwork is good. I think the story is good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm enjoying this and Redcoat. Redcoat. These two every single week, and also Geiger as well. Geiger was one of the votes that people could have chosen, but you ended up choosing the 2 shit comics that we read. So it's all right. Everyone makes mistakes. It's not fine. It's okay. It's fine. But yeah, are you still reading this?
Yeah, I think this is some of the best storytelling this year by Jeff Johns. I think it's fantastic. I think it's primed for like a movie or TV show. And
Hmm.
as I said, I want the action figures. I want each of the characters' action figures. I think it'd be fantastic.
Dead, dead. I'm not quite sure what dead man. I'll only be getting 12 of my 20 books this week. My supplier's parcel must have been sent to Australia instead of Scotland. Similar spelling, you see. They've made it to China so far. The fuck?
I didn't realise Dead Man lived in Scotland.
Oh,
Nice.
he's gonna be knocking on your door now, dead man.
Yeah,
Come for a beer, comic
yeah.
friend.
all the way from Northern Ireland, chapping on his door.
All the
Yeah.
way, just knocking one up. But yeah, so Rook Exodus issue number 5, art by Jeff Johns and no, writing by Jeff Johns and the eyes by Jason Fabrook. I have gone for Infernals. This has been awesome. It seems a while since issue number 4 came out.
I was going to say it really does.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
even
does.
entirely sure. Did we read issue number 4?
Yes, we did. We read in issue number 4 when when Sam walked into the building and he said, like, I'm here to take over. And he
Yeah.
done that. And in this one, it's the end of the arc. The Battle of Bethlehem begins. Sam makes a fateful decision. Abe meets his father. That's all it says. Do you know what? This has been really, really good. Ryan Parrott obviously done Power Rangers for so many years. Done it for so many years, and I think with him stepping away, it was very much like you've been at Boom Studios for so many years now. Obviously, what's that going to be like? Steps over, does this, smashes it out of the water. This has been wicked. The old school story of good versus evil, who's going to conquer, blah 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 blah. It's been great. I've really really enjoyed it. And again,
Image
it's an indie
Comics
comic.
again. Image
Exactly,
Comics, yeah.
exactly. There we go. So that's that. That was our pick. And then we go over to the Killer Trades and hardcovers up
Charlie,
first.
before we do that,
Yes.
can you put up Dead Man's comment now?
Yes, okay. You've got control
Dead
as well.
Man.
You can do it, you know.
Oh, I still have. I keep forgetting. Sorry. Dead Man. Come on. As good as those guys are, because that used to be my comic supplier of choice, I would suggest that you move over to our good friend Slag Crusaders. Give
Yes.
James a message, let him know what you're picking up, and I would almost be certain that you'll get it cheaper.
100%. There is no. We'll get onto this when we do the FOC, but for me, I don't get my comics anywhere else than Slab Crusaders. I say it time and time again. They come in bagged and boarded. They come in immaculate condition. And James is honest. He will not send you a comic if it isn't up to the standard that is expected. It's just not on. So yeah, head over there. Drop him a message over on Facebook, join the Facebook group because you will be inundated with amazing deals that you will not get anywhere else. And he's also said, Devman's also said, like you were saying before, indies do have it. They do. They continuously put out good stuff. And I think it's going to get even better with Boom Studios now being sold by Ross Ritchie and being taken over. I think we're in for a good show for indie comics, Boom Studios going forward. Because recently they haven't really been putting out much at all. There's been nothing coming out from Boom Studios. It always seems to. It seems at the moment it's Mad Cave Comics, it's Scout, it's Image. Boom Studios have kind of. I think 2022 or 2021 they was ironically booming. They was putting out so much stuff. They had like the many deaths of Layla Star. They had everything like that. They were working with some really good writers, really good artists. They was putting out loads of stuff. Then they kind of just died a death. They kind of didn't really. So hopefully, with the selling, hopefully we benefit from it and we get some good stories out of it. So who knows? Fingers crossed. There we go. Fuzzy has said Infernals and Deviant, my 2 reads of the year so far. Outstanding. That's good to know. Good to know. Are these Apex editions the same size as the IDW Gallery editions?
I'm not familiar with the IDW Gallery editions, but what I would say is that these are the original storyboard sizes. So whenever you see the A3 pages that they get from the likes of DC, Marvel, and 2000 AD, it's that size. It's massive. It's absolutely massive. I think there's been 3 or 4 other Apex editions that have come out. One of them been Brian Boland. I think Mick McMahon's had one. So it's all the well-known, famous 2000 AD artists. I've missed out on all of them. I just haven't. I don't have the space for something that's literally huge. It's like a financial paper size. But I regret it now because the Brian Boland one is going for like 3 times the amount. It's absolutely crazy. But any 2000 AD fans definitely go for this. This is obviously hardcover, and it will probably set you roughly about £100 to pick this up. But as soon as this sells out, it will double, triple in price. So
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer for any Judge Dredd fan.
Fuzzy, good point. Boom are hardly any are indie anymore. They're owned by the biggest publisher in the world. Do you think, Andy, they will still put out the indie style version of comics, or will they move into the more mainstream and seriously challenge Marvel and DC?
I just don't know. like from a Boom Studios perspective, have they done anything since they done something that's killing the children, didn't they? It was Boom Studios, yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah. So I can't think of anything that has been as big as that for Boom Studios. Um, and I think they've maybe ridden on the coattails of that book
Hmm.
for quite a long time.
Yeah.
I think they'll keep their indie roots. I don't think they'll go to like all of a sudden doing superhero stories and things like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, time will tell.
And then what else have we got? So, and then, yeah, and then we go. Dead Man has said, they've been so good to me so far, I can't, but who knows? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Dead Man, but yes, very,
So
very
he's talking
well.
about his comics and bring them
Oh,
over
yes,
to.
yes. Oh, yeah, The Displaced. That was another good one. That was another good one, The Displaced. I think we read 2 issues of that, didn't we, Andy? Did we read 2 or 3 issues?
We read 2 issues. I think we said it was like prime for an Amazon show. It was like the way that it was
Yes.
written was very, very Netflixy, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It went from displaced to misplaced. I unfortunately didn't carry that on. So
I like what you did
there
there.
we go. There we go. So I have gone for Avengers Twilight trade paperback. We mentioned it earlier. This for me has been my book of the year so far. This was awesome. If you're looking for an Avengers story that is dark, gritty, and full of enjoyable content, this was wicked. This was Chip Zdarsky at his best in recent years. Working with Daniel Acuna on the art was sensational. This comes out, it's going to be around probably looking at about 20 quid, 25 quid. I reckon it's going to have some extra stuff in it as well. I reckon it's going to have some extra panels at the back and it's going to have some like sketches and stuff. This for me is definitely, I can't wait to read it again. This was one I was looking forward to, so it was absolutely no brainer for me to pick this.
I would love this to come out as a hardcover edition. I
Yeah.
think the story deserves a nice, hardbound copy of this.
Hmm.
So I might hold it for that. I think.
And the Alex Ross covers have been amazing.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's
yeah, I
no
mean, could
brainer.
you?
It's
Like,
it's the
I've got the
goat.
Alex Ross Slab Crusaders Killer Comic Show special ones behind me, and I'd love to see a run of all of them with
Mm.
the Avengers Twilight Battle. But yeah, this was wicked. It was absolutely no brainer. So I had to go for that. And then Tom has gone for Fall of the House of X, Rise of the Powers of X, X of the X, and Shit. That's my X. Various cover. This it's X-Men. It's X-Men, isn't it? It's Duggan. He's got Gillian, Pacheco, Valenza, Curly. I just can't get into X-Men.
I must admit I'm pretty much the same. I do have the single issues of this. I picked these up when they originally came out. Um, but the story was okay. It wasn't fantastic, but again, it goes back to having to know the backstory. It's a little bit like Defenders of the Earth. If you don't know it, then you just get a bit lost because it becomes a bit convoluted. But any X Men fans, this would be your go to.
Yeah, I can't get into it. I really, really can't get into it. I'd like to. I tried. I can't get into it, so won't be getting my money. Here we are, final order cut-off. So, Deadman, this will be for you. So, basically, final order cut-off FOC is a date retailers must submit their orders before publishers set their print runs. Orders for Slab Crusaders must be placed before 9 p.m. each Sunday, or they may be cancelled. This, for me, is my highlight of the week. Going through the Slab Crusaders, think I'm going to have that. I'm going to have that. Oh my God, then messaging you guys and saying, have you seen that? Are you going to get it? Are you going to pick it up? It's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. Absolutely love it. Think it's wicked. Yeah, it just really, really works. So up first
Yep.
is your pick.
Very, very excited for this one. This is Moon is Following Us, issue number 1. This is written and artwork by Daniel Warren Johnson. And I completely missed this until today because I think I had put another book in for my FOC.
Mm-hmm.
And then James had updated the website. So I had
Yeah.
another look for my weekly picks and I saw this and I was like, I think there's this cover, a B cover, and then there's a blank variant for this. And it
Mm-hmm.
just looks fantastic. So I'll read the synopsis. Hopefully, there's no big words that I can't pronounce on it. Sam and Duncan Lamar love their 6-year-old daughter Penny more than anything in the whole world. But half a year ago, she was taken by the Cascade, an evil force that they barely understand. Now Sam and Duncan must fight side by side with the magical beings Penny cherished to try and get her back before she's gone forever. I think that sounds great. It just sounds like a complete adventure, and with Daniel Warren Johnson on the writing and the artwork, you're sure to get something good.
Yeah. Good evening. There's a new Indie Comics Corner. Good evening. Thank you very much for joining. Fuzzy's bought 10 comics of this. 10 copies, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you specking Fuzzy? Are you specking?
I think he might.
Or is it a 1 in 10 that you're trying to get? Let us know.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, I look forward to this. The trailer, Tom sent me the trailer of this a couple of weeks ago on Daniel Warren Johnson's YouTube channel, and it looks wicked. It really, really does
Cool.
look good. So
Yeah, it looks
yes,
fun.
and then you got that. And Tom has gone for Spawn Violator Origin issue #1, and the cover B is by Francesco Mattina, written by Marco Andriaco, and the art is by Piotr Kowalski. Don't know much about this, but I guess Violator is a massive Spawn character. Is that correct?
He is one of the main characters. I think he was debuted in issue number 3, 4, I think. So he's one of the main guys, old school. It seems like Todd McFarlane's bringing out all the big guns and having their own series. I did notice this on Slab Crusader's website, and I think there's also a Todd McFarlane cover, and the cover hasn't been released yet. And I think, from a spec perspective, if anybody's inclined in speculating comics, that might be a comic to pick up an issue or two, because I think it's going to be fantastic.
Talking about spec, Fuzzy said that's my first ever spec tip. There you go. And then he said, I haven't actually yet. I may buy a couple. And then he said, Martina, got to be AR cover, disappointing. I do like Martinez, but yeah, I think because obviously there was that massive thing about Martina years ago when he was copying someone's artwork and stuff like that. It's really weird, because I think if there was ever going to be an artist that would indulge in AI, I don't know why, but I think it would be Martina. I think he would just go down that route and think, why not?
I don't know. I don't know if we can say that, to be fair, but I think I enjoy his artwork. I used to collect a lot of it, and whenever that rumor came about, it did put me off, and I did sell a lot of the stuff off.
Yeah.
But I met him at New York Comic Con, get some stuff signed, and he was just genuinely really nice. But you can't take away from the evidence. But I guess if you to focus in on a lot of comic artists' covers, because AI is there and available, I'm sure there's likenesses and a lot of people that we haven't mentioned.
Yeah. So, and then up next, I had to go for this one. I had to go for this. I'm not sure what that copy is at the top there, but Moon is following us. I've gone for the cover art, Daniel Warren Johnson. I had to go for this.
That's the one I picked.
Yeah, I went for this cover though.
Oh, all right. Is this what we're doing now? So you're picking covers for FOC?
No. Because obviously, when you go over to FOC, he's got the #1s. He's got our covers, and he's got like the pics and stuff like that. I see this, and I was like, "Oh, Moon is following us." I totally forgot that was coming out. So then, when I see that you picked it, I went on and I was like, "That is awesome. This is wicked." And the trailer, as I mentioned earlier, the trailer is the one that shows this cover as it's being sketched.
Okay,
and then it goes into it.
This is obviously his cover then, isn't
it? Yeah. And I'm massively looking forward to this, and I'm going to take up Fuzzy's thing. I think I'm going to get a couple of these because I think this would be awesome. I just love Daniel Warren Johnson's art. I think from when one of the first ones that I read, I think if I'm being honest, I think his first one that I read was Wonder Woman Dead Earth, and I was like, this guy is quality.
I love his writing. The Wonder Woman book that he done was my first introduction to him, which is an amazing story and amazing artwork as well. I don't know if James Breen's still in the chat.
Yeah, he still is.
Oh yeah, he is. Is there any like incentive covers for this? Is there a 1 in 10, a 1 in 15, or whatever? Because if there is, I think there might be enough interest for us to all band together and try and get incentives for this as well.
Yeah, I definitely think so. This is wicked. So James, if you are in the chat and you can answer that, please let us know, mate. And Indie Comics Corner, thank you very much for joining again. I think I just said that. I'm so excited for the Moon is following us. Yes, I think there is. And there's also a blank cover as well, so thanks for that, Tom. Right, Sneak peeks for next week. Right, these are the 4 comics that are up. We have Standstill, which was yours, wasn't it?
It was indeed, mate. Yeah, we'd looked at Standstill last week when we were doing our indie picks, and I think this is going to be a good book. I think it's going to be a good story. I think this might have been the book that had the word that I can say about 7 or 8 times. But
Mm-hmm.
needless to say, I hope those words aren't in the comic. But I think this is going to be a really good story, and hopefully everybody will think the same and give it a vote.
Cool. Tom has gone for Dark Knights of Steel all winter. The first one, Dark Knights of Steel, was a pretty good story. It told the story of like medieval Superman versus Batman. Superman is Batman's brother, or blah blah blah. It was okay. And then they're tying this in with all winter, the Nordic theme. So like all, you know,
Loves a
don't really know.
bit,
Yeah,
loves a bit of Nordic, I think, is what you're
yeah,
saying there,
yeah,
Charles.
that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Move on quickly, move on.
I'm going to go for Wolverine Revenge issue number 1. I want to see what the big hype's about this. Have you read it?
Golly.
Have you read it?
No, no, but are we not setting ourselves up here for a bit of a fall with all these Marvel books?
Well, I don't
Is
know.
it
I just put 1 in because I really want to read Nightclub 2, because Nightclub 1 was fucking awesome. So Nightclub 2, and there weren't that many comics to put out. So if someone wants to choose another comic to go on the voting tab before the show ends, we'll get rid of Wolverine Revenge and we'll put in your choice. So it will be Nightclub 2, Community Choice, All Winter, and Standstill. How about that?
Yeah, it would be nice to, although if we put our faith in the chat, though, they might pick some absolute stinkers for us to read. But yeah, let's give it a go and see what's what. Did you see James's message?
Yes, yeah, I can see a 1 in 15. Happy to give it away to those that purchase a regular cover if I get enough orders in. Boom. Yeah, there
Nice.
we go. Right, so Fuzzy has sent Patka 1. What's that? Have a look.
Let's have a look at Packet issue 1.
Patka. Patka. It's not coming up on League of Comic Geeks.
Or did he just swear at us? Or
I don't know. Maybe he's. I don't know how he's swearing. Is it Patka? Is that how you spell it, Fuzz? Patka. Pat.
is it
No.
is it is it Google safe? Is it work safe?
It's definitely not coming up.
I'm just waiting for my computer to shut down if I Google that.
Yeah, there you go. Patka. No, it's not coming up. We'll have a look into that one. Patka issue number 1. But yeah, these are the 4 commas, and we'll look for that if anyone wants to go with that. Then we've got the killer cover scoreboard. Oh, Patra. There we go. I can't remember the name. Let's try Patra right now. Patra. All right, there we go. Patra issue number 1 come out this week, and it is by Dark Horse Comics. Okay, from the celebrated creators behind Starman and the Flash come the new supernatural series about slasher monsters, mad scientists, and cult movie-inspired horror. Done. That's fine. We'll whack that in the vote. So that'll be Patra. That'll take over.
Well, I tell you what, let's not even whack it in the vote. Let's just do that one, and then whoever wins the vote.
Yeah, let's just do that, and whoever wins the vote, yeah, we'll do that one. Cool. Looks like Adam Sandler on the cover of Standstill. It does, doesn't it? It does look like an old. It does, really, really does. We're going to go over to the killer covers scoreboard. I think it's safe to say that it's been an absolute joke this evening. I'm in last place along with Peter with 8%, and he's got 38% of the votes and running along like the front with Tom is 46% of the votes. I'm not quite sure how this works, so there are definitely bots at play. But yeah, there's 37 votes, and we peaked with 11 people in the chat, so I'm not actually sure how that's happened. Definitely bots at work, so we will be talking to the administrators and working this out, because it's an absolute fucking joke. But yeah,
Congratulations, Tom.
yeah, congratulations, Tom. Well done, mate. When he says he's working, he's actually working behind the scenes, logging on to 1,000 computers. Do you know what I mean? But hey ho, it is what it is. Yeah, so there's that. And then we can get over to the socials. So you can check me out on Instagram at Geeky Guy Comics, and then Twitter. I'm going to take it off because no one uses that. Even bloody Elon Musk don't use it anymore. He took it apart, fucking ruined it. No one uses it. And then you can check us out. I've been doing a lot of reviews lately over on the tube. And you can find like they're just literally 5-minute reviews so far. I've done Nemesis Reloaded. I've done Harley Quinn. I've done, what else have I done? King of Spies, and I've done Middle West. And I've got a few more coming up. We've got Sea of Sorrows coming up. We've got, what else? Alice Ever After, Alice Never After. We've got a few more coming up. So yeah, I'm really enjoying them. And yeah, check me out there. You can check Peter out. He's in the middle of the Pacific at the moment. He's probably still cruising along with his Nike hat. Check him out on Instagram, @G_comics, and then YouTube at @G YouTube Royalty _comics. Andy?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, perpetual.comics. I'm on Twitter as well, but again, like Charlie, I don't use it that much. And we are also online on the website, so killercomicshow.com. Again, we're still looking for people to write some reviews on the website. So I think Ed Vick has volunteered. If anybody else fancies it, let us know,
Yes.
and we'll get your login details.
And that is because Batdan messaged me the other day. I was like, I can't get into the website, and I was like, it's the Killer Comic Show.
TheKillerComicShow.com.
The Killer Comic Show. And Fuzzy has said it's definitely not the Pacific. Definitely not. He said that last week. I think I said the Atlantic last week, and he said no, it's definitely not the Atlantic.
He's on a boat. He's on a boat.
In Skegness. That's where he is. He's in Skegness.
He's actually he's putting up all these pictures, but he's just in Butlins and a green screen. That's it.
That's what he's doing. But yes, that's it for this week. It really does shorten down when there's only two of you. But we go more in depth on the reviews of the two shit comics that we had. Oh, it's the Mediterranean. Jesus, I didn't know you was doing his admin, Fuzzy.
Fuzzy is all honestly. I'm glad Fuzzy's in the chat because he keeps us right. He keeps us.
He does. He keeps us in check. He
Well,
does keep us in check. I think it might be time when I have to give him a spanner. You know what you get.
He's like the Killer Comic Show editor.
Yeah.
Like
when you're loyal, when you've got a loyal fan base, and you get given the spanner. I think
right. As long as that's all you're given. Pickups? Any pickups, Charles?
I don't have any pickups this week. I've got what have I got coming? Next week I've got my Wolverine Hono Studio 1 in 6. I'm on the waiting list for the Deadpool deluxe edition. And then
Did you buy Deadpool?
Yeah, I've gone for the deluxe one. Yeah.
There's a wife
gold
though?
guns. Yeah, she kind of okayed it, which was really weird.
Wow, somebody's starting a new job, eh?
Yeah. And then I've gone for the Wolverine as well. I think with Tom talking last week, I was like, I got FOMO.
Oh mate, he's like, oh, he's getting it, so I need to get it.
Yeah, and then I've been looking on One Man's Hobby, that website, which is pretty good, and 1/6 kit as well. It's been awesome. Okay. So yeah, check them out. So yeah, hopefully I'll have that for next week.
Cool. I only have one pickup, and it isn't comic related. So as many of you know, I do partake in some Lego. In particular, I pick up Lego as an investment. So I'll buy sets that are cheap or are ready to retire, and I'll sit on them for 2 or 3 years and then make some money off them.
Nice.
This was my recent pickup.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Sonic the Hedgehog. This was the Ideas edition. So this has got 1,125 piece set, and it's due to expire in the next sort of month or so. So I got this through Amazon for I think it was like 50 quid.
Nice.
But guarantee it, as soon as this retires, it'll instantly double in price. So if anybody's that way inclined, that might be something to look and pick up.
Fuzzy's got a cough. flipper cough.
I absolutely, I am. It's like what do I liken it to? I liken Lego to like the stock market. I'm literally on a daily basis checking my Lego stocks. That sounds a bit weird, but yeah, you have to do what you have to do.
I think there's been so many things that I've bought and said to the wife, I'm definitely what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy it and then whack it on eBay and make a profit. No, I've got 3 9.8 Alice Ever After J. Scott Campbell 1 in 10 variants sitting up in my study. They're on eBay, no one's buying them, but I'm not pushing them.
yeah. No, that's the hard thing. Like I've got to the point now where I'm literally going to sell maybe 80-85% of my collection. Because I don't have the space for it anymore. But see, just getting to that motivation to either put it up on eBay or I don't want to take it to an LCS and they offer you like 20p an issue. You're just like, no, go away.
And I think that's the nature of the beast. And you get the Wolf of Legoland. There we go.
Mate, that is brilliant.
I think that's the nature of the beast, though, isn't it? You move on, because like when I first started doing Geeky Guy comics, I had Funko Pops. I collected thousands and thousands of Funko Pops. They're just up gathering dust. They're in all their boxes and stuff now, so I'm doing that. But then it's moved on from there. Then it went on to the McFarlane toys. Then I've moved on from there. Then Then it went to the Funko Sodas. Then it went on to the NECA toys. Now I'm going up to the 6-figure scale, and it's the 6-figure scale is where I'm enjoying it. So it's gone from like, I still want to get my CG Stees. I'm still going to pick up the comics that I want, but the 6-figure scales is what I'm.
Do you know who's to blame?
Peter, 100%.
Yeah,
Peter,
I mean, he's not
100%.
here to defend himself, but
No.
Peter is an influencer, and he's clearly influenced you to get to the point where you're buying multiple set scale figures.
Does it? I gave away 320 Funko Pops last week. 11 boxes gone. Fuzzy is the one.
From what I understand,
Fuzzy is the one that gave me the limited edition Harley Quinn. Fuzzy, I'm going to say it now, and I don't know why I'm going to say it, but if you do have any limited edition soda pops that you're looking to get rid of, send them over to me, because I do like them. I still got a full chance for soda pops. So yeah, hit me up, Fanalam. Spent a fortune on them during COVID. Yeah, that was it. Easy money, easy buys. But Andy, it's been a good show. Thanks to everyone in the chat that's enjoyed. Deadman, head over to Slack Crusaders. Everyone head over to Slack Crusaders. If you are looking to get that comic, we will be able to get the 1 in 15. So if you want to head over there, get your purchases in, and James is a man of his word, and he will give away 1 in 15. So yes, everyone that purchases it, crack on. It's been a great show. Thank you very much, mate. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to enjoy mine camping. Can't wait.
I'm off tomorrow, so I've got a long weekend. Looking forward to that. Yeah, can't wait for that. But yeah, thanks to everybody in the chat for the interaction and for joining us, because it really wouldn't be the same without you guys.
Polish workman got a deal of a lifetime. There we go. With the Funko Popshkush. There we go. Done. Dead. Andy, always a pleasure, my friend. Love spending time with you guys. Everyone in the chat, thank you very much for joining. And yes, we shall see you same time next week. See you later.
Bye.
Good.